Numeric fields in a point feature class can be visualized using proportional symbols. This means that points with a higher value will appear with a larger symbol than points with a smaller value. Let's see how this works with the mountain peaks inside of Yosemite National Park. Inside of our databases folder, I'll expand the geodatabase for the project, and then we'll find the peak data, and I'll click and drag and drop it into the map view. That'll add our mountain peaks as the standard point symbol, and it assigned a randomized color. In my case, it came out a light blue. I want to right-click on this and choose Zoom to Layer so that I can fill the screen with the mountain peak data. Then, just to verify what data we have available, I'll come up to the Data tab and open up the attribute table. And here we can see one of our attributes is elevation, and we can make use of these numeric values to size the proportional symbol that we want to apply to our mountain peaks. Let's go ahead and close the attribute table. And then on the Appearance tab, I'll click on the bottom portion of the Symbology button. Down towards the bottom of the list, I'll choose Proportional Symbols. That'll switch over to the Symbology tab and apply the proportional symbol styling to our elevation data. Now it's automatically chosen the elevation field from the drop-down list, but if it didn't, you can go ahead and use this drop-down list to pull out any numerical values that might be present in your data. The normalization field would apply if we wanted to visualize our data based off of some other attributes. For instance, if we wanted to see population per square mile, we would need both population data and a square mile data in order to visualize density. Now that's not going to apply to how we visualize elevation, so I'm going to leave normalization set to none here. The next two fields, unit and data represents, are used when you want your proportional symbols to accurately depict dimensions on the ground. For instance, if you had earthquake data that could be felt for 5 miles, you might visualize the points based off of their distance from the epicenter. Again, this doesn't really apply to our elevation data set, so I'll just leave these both set to unknown. That will simply allow us to visualize relative differences between our highest peak and our lowest. Next, we have options to assign the size for our minimum symbol size and our maximum size. Right now they range from 4 points at the low end to 90 points at the high end. Now that creates a wide range, so I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to change the smallest point on our map to 5 points, and our largest point is going to be 25 points. That'll create a smaller range of proportional symbol sizes, but it still allows us to visualize which peaks are the highest, for instance these two, and which ones are the lowest, maybe this one. On the bottom of the Symbology pane, we have a histogram for our data, which shows that the lowest peak is 1,525 meters, and that our highest peak is 3,028 meters. The bar graph to the right depicts the distribution of elevation values between those two extremes. With the scale properties of our symbol set up above, we can go ahead and click on the template icon to change the actual symbol that's being used for our elevation peaks. That'll take us back to the Format Point Symbol Symbology section, where we can choose from a gallery of styles, or choose from properties, where we can apply our own settings. I want to change these into triangles, so I'll switch over to the Layer section, and in the Appearance section, I'll change this drop-down menu to a triangle, and that'll apply a triangle symbology there. I'll press Apply, and we'll see that symbolized on the map. When you're done working with the shape and color of the point, you can press the back button. That'll take us back to the proportional symbol pane, and then we can change to the Project tab to finalize our design. So now we can easily pick out which peaks are the highest on the map by simply looking for the largest symbol. Varying the scale of your point symbols is now one more skill that you can add to your cartographic repertoire.